Good to see you, Joe. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome, everybody. Anyone that's doing 100 million, I want to hear about what that plan looks like. People talk about being great at real estate and they have lots of energy and enthusiasm, but they can't back it up with actual production. So I love listening to people that are actually doing the work and putting in the effort. And a couple of things that were great. He says, I'm out of production. Doesn't mean he was always out of production. It means he worked himself out of production. And that's a strategic decision that everybody can make if you choose to. Nobody should tell anybody what kind of business they should have. Everybody should say, what do you want? Let's build it. And then let me help you figure that out. I had a really interesting call, Brent, on this last call. I just wrapped up with a high performing team, and we were looking at their production. And I asked the team a question. I said, "All right, so what's your biggest issue right now?" And they said, "Pending. We have 29 pending, and we should be at 40. How many of you would like the problem of 29 pending for the next 30 days? Is that a good
Yeah,
problem?
that's pretty
Just
good.
little team, right? But 29 is 11 short of what their target number is. And I said, "What are you doing to fix that?" And they said, "Well, we're we're prospecting." I said, "Awesome. How much?" They said, "I mean, 2 times a week after huddle for an hour." I'm like, "That's eight. You're doing 8 hours a month as a team." And I said,
Wow.
"Is that what you did that got you here?" And they said, "Yes." And I said, "Do you think you're going to be able to fix that problem by just doing 8 hours a month of prospecting?" He said, "Nope. We're adding a prospecting night." I go, "Good. Every week?" They said, "Well, no, 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 this month." I mean, so now we're going to do 9 hours. Okay, so here's the math. I'm thinking about this from a production perspective, Brent. Now, I don't know if your brain thinks like mine, but I think, okay, so if we have 30 days, 9 hours, 9 hours is one full day out of 30 days in a month that we're
One
doing
out of 30.
that we're
Yeah.
doing team prospecting, and we have 29 pendings. If we doubled that and went to 18 hours, we would have almost 60 in the hopper.
Simple math.
If all we did is instead of doing it twice a week, we decided we were going to do it every day until we get the minimum number of active listings that we need to fill the pipeline every day.
Beautiful. Love
So we're
it.
going to do it. We're going to do it 5 days a week for an hour, and then we're going to do one power hour call night every single week. When we set goals, when we're falling behind, when we're falling behind our number, I don't care if it's an attraction number, if it's a sales number, if it's an appointment number, whatever it is, when you're falling behind and um, you believe that trying harder by doing the same thing that got you where you are is going to solve the problem, you won't. You have to have urgency and you have to roll up your sleeve and you have to understand that only massive action creates massive results. We can't get a massive result with amplified average activity.
Love it. And this applies to production and or agent attraction. Same thing.
Everything,
Yeah.
everything. I'd say 1,000% per. And so if you have attraction goals that you set for the year and you're already behind, as we are the middle of February. So does anybody have an attraction goal they have for the year? How many a month you have to do in order to hit your goal? What's your number? Clark, what's your number? I know you're in
Put
it.
put it in the chat. Go down to the
Put it in the
chat and
chat.
write
Let's
down
go.
your number. You have a goal for so many a month, a year. What do you want to do this year? I know people are typing right now.
We're
Let's
having
see
so much
who's
fun.
brave enough and want to share.
Tom says, "Yep, that's insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting different results. Yeah, but harder."
So
Okay, 12 front
Jim,
line a month.
12.
Jim, is that monthly or
Uh,
is that the year?
I think that front line, that would be the year.
Okay.
That'd
Okay.
be a
Anybody
heck of a
else?
monthly
Come on,
goal.
where's my people? This is my fun group. This is the Verl's excited to be here. Carmen, where's your number in there? Put your number in there. What's your attraction goal this year? I want to see some number. Like, Debbie, are you going to attract this year? I mean, what brings you to the party? There we go. Clark's want 100 more. Okay, 100 more by the end. That Clark, that doesn't help me get to my number I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Carmen, 50, but can change to 300. Okay. Six a
Yeah.
week. Okay, that's great. Okay, so with these numbers, let's do a little bit of math real quick. All right. So, all right. Now, the next question I'm going to ask you, I want you all to fill this in. How many hours a day do you spend looking for new people that you spend with the goal of setting appointment with a new prospect? How many hours a day do you spend hunting? The actual process of trying to get people scheduled. How many hours a day? 1 hour? And I want you to be honest. Okay, thank you for putting one in there. Thank you. 6 a week? Okay. How many hours? Anybody else?
What do you
Like
think it is? Two, Clark,
two?
two. Anybody else?
Two a
Yeah.
day. 30 minutes to 2 hours, Jim? Only one of those is true.
I get berries.
When you do an average, is the average closer to the 30 minutes or the average closer to the 2 hours? My
Yeah.
guess is it's probably not an hour. I'll bet you it's 40 minutes. Jim laughed at that. I appreciate that. 10 hours a week. Okay. So 10 hours a week. Okay. Now I'm just doing math with you. This is not, you don't even need Chat GPT for this. We can just figure this out ourselves. If you are if you have a goal to do 50, I'm just going to use the number 50 and we do 12 divide. That means you're at 5 a month. So you give yourself a little bit of a cushion. You got to attract 5 a month. So if you're at 60 of the month and we're 12 months, so we're 1.5 months into the year. That means you should be 2 plus, hang on 1 second, 5. And that means I'm at 2. And so right now, if your goal is to do 50 this year, you should have already completed 5.5 attracted clients. You should be at 5.5. So if you're going to hit your goal for the year right now, anybody that has a goal of 50, are you on target or off target based on where you are right in this moment? So everybody run your own math for just a second. Take your annual number, divide it by the number. If your goal is 12, that means you got to do one a month. You should have 1.5 closed. That means one closed and one with docs in their hands, ready to tell their broker they're leaving.
I love it. When you're
And
done with this, I would love to have you analyze what I did to put it all in place and to kind of see how it pans
oh,
out. I'm curious.
oh yeah, I'll totally do it with you.
I'll give because
Okay.
I know my exact numbers. I don't have to do it anymore, so it's not forever now. I just help the organization grow. But I'm
I love it.
curious at what you would think.
Okay, so I mean that'll be a fun exercise. We'll do it together. Um, and so if you're behind and you aren't at the number where you should be, you're only 6 weeks into the year and you're already behind. So by doing more of the same isn't going to get you to your goal. You have to have urgency. And if there's no urgency, because failure is not an option, you won't hit it. And urgency is created by pulling out the why that drives your activity and who you're letting down by doing what you're doing. Because if you've gotten to right where you are, so Jim, if you've gotten one, your number was 50, you've gotten one and you're doing an average of 40 minutes a day, and we need to double that. That means I need 2 to 3 hours a day, every single day, focused on having conversations to set appointments. We can't do more of the same. We have to increase the effort. And look, are you full-time attraction, Jim? No. You're
You're
in production
muted.
as well?
No, yeah, I'm in production also. Yeah.
Okay. So what you have to do is you have to time block and you have to decide that I'm going to have dedicated focused time every single day that I work on prospecting for buyers and sellers. Hopefully it's just sellers for you. because buyers are time-sucking animals that will suck your life away. And then the same amount of time, whatever that is for you, probably 2.5 hours that you block in a day that you focus on setting appointments for attraction. Not
Hmm.
doing the appointments, that's production. I'm talking about prospecting, looking
Right.
for opportunities to have conversations, prospecting. Who do you know? Who do you know? It's those conversations, okay? So if you don't time block it, you don't put it in, you don't make it regimented, you won't do it. So you got to block it, you got to put it in your calendar, and then write down these letters, NNA. You know what an NNA is? It's a non-negotiable activity. Non-negotiable. That means if your friend calls and says, I got an extra slot for a foursome and we're playing Augusta this afternoon, you say, I'm sorry, I can't, but I can do it at 2.
Okay, whoa,
Sorry,
whoa,
Brent.
whoa. This is getting out of hand.
Okay,
No,
not
keep going.
Augusta. Okay. I won't say Augusta. I mean, they don't let the. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
non-negotiable for me is date night with my wife. It's like do a schedule with her. We'll put a date night in, and we just do it. We do it once a week. We've done it for 40 years of being married. That's why we're still married. And so if someone says, I want you to come list my $1 million house, and it's date night, I say I have an appointment. It's actually with my wife, and we have a date. Can we do it tomorrow? I've never lost a client because of a non-negotiable. If my kid's playing in a ball game, that's a non-negotiable. You know, when your mother's in hospice and you've got to take your rotation or take care of her when you're rotating it, those are non-negotiable activities. You do not negotiate, you do them. You have to look at your activities that will drive the results you want as non-negotiable activities. The second thing that I want you to write down is MMAs. That stands for money making activities. Remember, my boat runs on gas, not on thanks. We can spend our entire life doing favors for people that don't generate any revenue, but we'll feel good about it. But you've got to have a net profit number and a net worth number that actually shows that you have value, that you're increasing the value of your assets on this planet. And the only way to do that is to focus on money making activities. And every single day, no matter what level of business you're in, you should have dedicated time for focus on money making activities. So we have our NNAs, our non-negotiables, prospecting, and MMAs, or money-making activities to generate income. Okay, I'm going to go through here really quick, and I'm going to set up a quick Brent analysis, really. And I'm going to do this while you give me your numbers, okay, Brent?
Okay.
And Brent, when it comes to strategic thinking, and I haven't really spent much time with this group, I don't know if we can do this while we're in Cabo, but like we are evolving so fast with artificial intelligence, and I'm not talking about it like the speakers who add AI to their speech. I'm talking about real in-depth AI agents that are setting appointments, that are making calls, that are doing live transfers, that are doing speed to lead, that are doing activities that normally would cause a person to do it, transaction processes and managing. They're doing appraisal analysis. We're using agentic AI at a level that most people are talking about and pretending. We're actually programming, investing, and weaving it in. It's going to change your game. It's going to change the game. Whole different concept, Brent. Hey, Brent, why don't we do an AI summit with just your people, high level, and we bring them in and we do this will be a high level mastermind where we're just doing and building AI agents.
Well, we're all coming to Salt Lake this October for our annual convention. Maybe we'll come a day early and do a summit.
We
It's
have
not
to
a bad plan.
let's think about it. I mean,
We'll talk about it.
it's moving fast. Okay.
I love it. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do
So I'll give you my numbers and you'll laugh. I don't
yeah,
think
give them
you'll
to
like
me.
them, but they are what they are. You ready?
Yep.
So Fridays was my designated prospecting time. So it was one day a week from 2 to 5 p.m. So it was 3 hours a week of prospecting is what I did. I had to have at least 3 to 5 good conversations to 7. So I would literally talk for 3 hours and call people, and I would talk to them, get to know them, chat with them, and I'd have at least 3, usually 5, and sometimes 7. So we'll say 5 conversations every Friday, and then the rest of the week I would prospect naturally. The old saying is this, and you'll hate this, but so I'm just telling you what I did. When the opportunity presented itself, I presented the opportunity. So every day I probably nailed one of those Monday through Thursday. So I was probably talking to about 5 plus 4, about 9 people a week. And I was able to get out of those 9, I was able to convince people to meet with me and have coffee with me 7 times. So I was about 7 for 9 every week was my success ratio. And they would say, well, Brent, I don't want to leave Coldwell Banker. I'm like, stay at Coldwell Banker for 30 years. Like, can we have coffee next week, you big moron? You know, like I was like, you bozo. This ain't about you. It's about me. What do you mean it's about me? Yes, you would try to be selfless. It's not about you. You said it's about me. Like it shocks them. Nobody does that. Like, what do you mean? I go, I don't want to spend all this time, energy, and effort and money. And if you're not doing, Verl, there's got to be a reason why, because you're one of the sharpest people I know. I need to meet with you and I want you to tell me why I'm making the biggest mistake in my life because I'm going to spend a fortune. I'm so freaking fired up. I can't even tell you, like, damn. And I said, so I need to meet with you and I really want your opinion. I want your 2 cents. I respect you and I want to know what you think. Well, let me tell you what I think. No, 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 bro. I don't want to hear what you think. I don't know if you've seen what I've seen. I want to know what you think after you've seen what I've seen. Oh, I saw some video. I go, which one? Have you seen? No, we're meeting next week. And so I would make appointments and I would do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 for coffee. We'd watch the model explained. And the ones who had kids, we did those Tuesdays and Thursdays at lunch. It was very specific, very scheduled.
Okay,
Monday
give me
through
the schedule
Thursday.
again. Give it to me detailed.
All right.
You said
So those are the
Monday, Tuesday
details.
did
So I,
this.
I would talk to 7 people a week, 30
Got
people a
that.
month. And
Okay.
out of the 30, 5 enrolled. I had 25 say no, not now, maybe later. So I was 5 out of 30. And in 5 months, I sponsored 25 and I was done. Now, the other detail you need to have is the avatar was they had to sell 10 homes a year. If they weren't selling 10 homes a year, I wasn't talking to them, period. I did violate that a couple times with some people I knew that just had incredible energy. They didn't have real estate licenses and they didn't want to sell because that was my reason for not doing those. I want people who want to divide and conquer and duplicate and replicate. So that was it. And I did that. And it was game, set, match in 5 months. I got the pain over with quick because I got go getter. So that was my numbers. Altogether, I had 100 and I believe 89 people agree to watch the video with me. I was able to get 149 to watch the video during that 5 month period. And from those 49, 25 signed up immediately. By the end of the year, 49 of the 149 had signed up. So I was about 1 out of 3 success rate.
Okay, so
Those are
you
my
lost me
numbers.
on some numbers. 5 out of 30 got sponsored in the first 5 months, giving you 25.
Yep.
Guardrails 8 to 10 transactions who wanted to build, created structure
Yep.
for duplicatable model for others to
Yep.
follow. Okay, so included watching a video and then give me the rest of
Hmm.
your numbers. You just rolled them out.
And then I ended up getting another, I got to 49. So it's that 24 more. 24 more signed up over the next 7 months naturally. They called me. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. I wasn't ready, but I'm ready. So I literally stopped trying and I created momentum. So I put 49 in my front line. I planted the wheat. I put the vineyard in. I put in the orchard, 49. And I ran from new agents, ran from my life like they had the plague. They're good people, but they need to learn too much about real estate.
Right.
So that was not
Some
my
growth
avatar.
development. Yep.
Yep. And I was not a mentor. If you're a mentor at EXP, stop it. That's insane. It is a waste of your time. Let somebody else do it. If you want to build, you don't have time to be a mentor at EXP. Stop that activity immediately.
Right. Okay.
I was never a mentor, and I would have been a good one. I
Anything else you want
mentored
to
the
add?
people I sponsored on
And then
attraction. I
what
go,
what
if you want
happened
to
to
talk
that
about
49?
sales, I'm not your guy. What?
What happened to that for 49?
From those 49, they're right here. They're on that board right there. They're still here because I freaking help them succeed and get a group. And if they have a group and they're making money and they have stock, they don't quit. And so they're still here. They're growing and they turn into thousands and thousands and thousands. Over 40,000 people came from that group. So I didn't do it every day. I did like a listing presentation every day, but I'm listing agents, not homes. I did list Verl 25 homes during that time, which I get paid nothing for today. But the 25 agents I listed, I get paid millions of dollars a year today.
Right.
So it's so
It's a
much
one-time
smarter to
pay versus
list
a long-term
agents
pay.
over homes. It's graduation. You got to graduate up to that. Just like you graduate from buyers, you called them blood-sucking mosquitoes, and you got to time wasters, and you got to graduate to listings. You got to list the last, and then you build a team, and then you buy a franchise. It's kind of this progression, but the ultimate is to do what we're doing.
Okay, 9 conversations equals 7 appointments equals 3 exposures equals 1 enrollment. That's your number.
There you
9 to
go.
1. Okay.
Mhm.
So avoiding the run from new agents mistakes. What happened with the 49? We stopped focusing on the frontline building. Instead, we built the front line as an asset. And then the wealth was happened by building the depth.
The organization.
Never
Exactly.
abandoned. Like I got it laid out. Here's phase 1, first 30 days, phase 2, second 30 days, phase 3,
There
12
it
months.
is.
You want
There it
it?
is. That was it, baby. Yeah, sure. Post it in the chat maybe too, so
Let me
people
see. It
have it.
might
But
be too
that's
big, but let me
what I
see if I
did.
can do it.
And then the other thing I did, which I think people don't do, is I immediately put them in front of my upline or someone at corporate the same day or the next day. And then every day, if I could, I just kept that ball mowing them. Time decay kills. So you go on a listing presentation, got to get that contract signed. There's no, I'll call you next week, I'll call you next month. You got to move quick. There's got to be that sense
I
of
got to do this
urgency. I
small.
heard a guy
Okay.
talk about urgency. It was very important.
I'll have Candace put this in a Google Doc and then
Mhm.
give it to everybody that's an insider.
Sweet. Yeah, you could give that out next week if you
Oh
want.
no, I'll give it to you right now. You'll get it now.
Oh, look at that.
Like I broke this down into like phase 3, 12-month plan, target of number of people, Command C. I'm going to give this to her right now. I'm going to
Oh,
go.
there's Candace already has it in here.
Oh,
Boom.
Candace, I'm going to give you this in a, let me see how fast I can give this to you.
I'll have Jordan send it out when he sends out the
There you
email,
go.
the call.
So there, I just gave it to you. I gave you the whole out front. It's several pages.
Perfect.
I can actually take this and what I would do if this were me, if I had that plan, is I would then take all of my life and my business and I would load it up into a different AI, probably use Notebook LM, and then I would put all the files and folders of everything that I've done over the last 2 or 3 years and my disc profile and my behavioral status and my goals and my dreams and my things, and I would put them into a very specific file structure. And then I would have a thinking partner that is designed that I would take the structure and say, let's build my day. Now give me the marketing. Now, who am I going to call? And then I would have an AI agent go into my database and dial those numbers and make dials until it did warm transfers. And I could just talk to people setting appointments. That's what I would do.
Nice. Love
Anyway,
it.
so
Okay, well, we're sure
great
we'll work
numbers,
on.
man.
You live in Salt Lake, so it'd be fun to come out with some people that are really serious about getting serious and coming out a day early to EXPCon. So you and I will work on that
Okay.
and see if we can put 100, 200, 300 people in a
No,
room.
no, 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 no. I want 50 people. I want 50 or
Okay.
even 12,
I
12
like it. I like
really
it.
high level. This isn't for everybody. This would be something that we do that's like
I love
let's
that. See,
do
he knows
something
his
crazy.
avatar right there. I love that. Love it.
Hey, my friend, I can't wait to see you in Cabo.
All right, baby. We'll see you in Cabo.
I'll see
Pack
you
your
all there.
bags. Take care. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you, Verl.